Hey everyone, today we are going to solve the Daily LeetCode challenge of 10th March 2024 and the problem statement is intersection of two arrays. So let us first understand the problem statement. So according to the problem statement, we have been given two integer array nums1 and nums2 and what we have to find is the intersection of these two arrays. Now what do I mean by intersection? Intersection means the common elements, okay, the common elements. So let's see what are the common elements in nums1 and in nums2. So you can see that this 4 is present in nums1 as well as in nums2. This 9 is present in nums1 as well as in nums2. This 5 is present in nums1, but it is not present anywhere in nums2. Then we have this 4, which is present in nums1, and it is also present in this nums2. Okay. So what are the common elements that we have got? It's 4, 9, and 4, right? 4, 9, and 4. But according to the problem statement, they have mentioned that in the resultant array, we want only unique common value. Okay. So it means that we are getting 2 4s. So in our resultant array, we will have only 1 4. So what would be our answer? Our answer would be 4, 9. Okay. Now let's see how are we going to solve this problem. So what we can do is we can use a hash map and we will iterate over nums1. And what we will store is we will store element and corresponding to it would be a boolean value which will represent that whether it's present or not. So what it will represent? It will represent is present. Okay. So currently we are at nums1. So we are at 4. So what we will be doing is we will store this 4 and corresponding to it we will store true. Okay. Representing that 4 is present in nums1. Now we will move forward. We'll come at 9. We will store 9 and corresponding to it we will mark as true, representing that 9 is present in nums1. Then again we'll move forward, we'll come to 5, we will store true corresponding to it. We'll move forward, we will store this 4. So you can see that 4 is already present, so corresponding to it we'll have true only. Now again we'll move forward. So now you can see that we have completely exhausted nums1, right? So it means that we are done with populating the hash map. Now what we will do is, so let me first write the first step. So approach, what was the first test? Populate hash map. So we were populating this hash map using nums1. Okay. Now in step 2, what are we going to do is we are going to iterate over this nums2 and we will check that whether these elements are present in the hash map or not. Say for example, if an element is present in nums2 as well as in the hash map, then what does it mean? It means that it's the common element, right? So what we will do, we will simply add that particular element to our answer. Okay. And one more thing we have to note is that the moment we have added that particular element to the answer, we have to set its corresponding value in the hash map to false. The reason for that, I'll be explaining it very soon. So let's first see that now what we are doing is we will be iterating over nums2. So our pointer would be at 9. Okay. So now we will check, is 9 present in this hash map? So we can see that corresponding to 9, we have true. So 9 is present in our hash map. So what we will do is we will add 9 to our answer. So say for example, this is our answer. So we will add 9. And after adding 9, what we will do is we will set this true to false. Okay. Now we will move to the next element. So we have got this 4. We'll check, is 4 present in our hash map? So you can see that 4 is present in our hash map. So what we will do? We will store 4 in our hash map and we will set this true to false. Now again we'll move forward. We have got a 9. Now we'll check, is this 9 present in our hash map? So 9 is not present in our hash map. Why? Because its corresponding value is set to false. Now let's see if we haven't changed this false, right? And if it was true, then what would have happened? Then we would have got a 9 in the hash map and we would have added one more 9 in the hash map. But was it correct? The answer is no, it wasn't correct. Why? Because they have clearly mentioned us that we should have only unique elements, right? Only unique elements to our answer. So that's the reason why we were setting this after adding any element as false. Okay. So what we'll see that no, this 9 is also not present in the hash map. So we'll move forward. Now we are at 8. We'll check whether this 8 is present in our hash map. So 8 is also not present in hash map. So what we'll do, we'll move forward. Now we'll check that is this 4 present in our hash map. So we'll see that corresponding to 4, Boolean value is set to false. So is 4 present? 4 is not present. And if we would haven't changed this false and it would have been true, then what would have happened? We would have ended up by adding one more 4 in our answer, which would be wrong, right? So now what we'll do, we will move forward. Now we have completely exhausted the nums2 as well. So what does it mean? It means that we have populated our answer successfully and this is our result, which is 9, 4. So in the question, it is mentioned that we can return the result in any order. That is, either you can return 9,4 or you can return 4,9. Both would be correct. So what we were doing in the second step? In the second step, we were iterating over nums2 to check if element is present in Hashmap or not, right? Present in Hashmap or not. And if it was present, then what we were doing, we were adding it to our answer. And after adding it to our answer, what we were doing, we were setting its corresponding value to false, correct? So let's quickly code this. So we will start on by creating an unordered map of int, boolean type. Let's call it as memo. So what this will represent? This will represent the element. And second thing, we are using the boolean value to check whether it is present or not, right? Whether it is present or not. Now, first step, what we were doing, we were populating the hash map using nums1. So let's do that. So what we will do, we'll say for auto current is to nums1. What we will do, we will set memo of current as true, representing that it is present in nums1. Now, after populating the hash map using nums1, what we were supposed to do is we were supposed to iterate over nums2 and we were supposed to check whether that particular element is present in the hash map or not. So let's do it. So what we'll do, we will iterate over nums2. So let's say for auto current is to nums2. What we will do, we will check if this current is present in the hash map or not, right? So if this current is present in hash map, then what we will do, we will simply add it to our answer. Let us take a vector over here, vector of int answer. So this would be our final answer. So what we will do over here, we will add the common value to the answer. So answer dot pushback current. After that, what we were doing, we were setting its corresponding value to false, right? So that we do not end up adding duplicates value to our answer, right? So what we will do, we will set memo of current as false. Now, finally, what we will do, we'll return answer. So let's run this. So it is giving us the correct answer. Let's submit it. So it got accepted. Talking about the time complexity, so if we consider m as the size of nums1 and n as the size of nums2, then the time complexity would be order of m plus n. Let us see why. So here you can see that what we are doing, we are iterating over the complete nums1. So it means that we are iterating over all the m elements of nums1. So this is going to cost us a time complexity of order of m, correct? And here what we are doing is we are iterating over all the elements of nums2. So for that, what would be our time complexity? It would be order of n. So in total, the time complexity would be order of m plus order of n. And the space complexity is order of m. Why? Because we are using a hash map to store all the elements of nums1. So in the worst case, what could be possible? That all the elements of nums1 is distinct. So we are going to have a total of m entries in our hash map, correct? So therefore, the space complexity would be order of m. So that's all about today's daily LeetCode challenge. Thank you.